Hi there and welcome to the Bella Buzz. My name is Bella and today I am talking from my bedroom. As you can see, this is not the DCUfm studio as DCU campus is closed dealing with the outbreak of COVID-19. I'm going to be talking a little bit about dealing with self-isolation. I'm going to reflect on the poll that I did and which you answered, and this could very well be my last podcast for the Bella Buzz, which I'm a little bit gutted about. But we're going to go through the usual antics, so sit back, relax, shut up and listen. So that was my little sad intro that I had there. I'm just going to go right into the news bites. I tried my best to keep these not coronavirus related, and then I'm looking at them now and they're all coronavirus related. I just tried not to do as many stats. I'm finding stats are very skewed lately. If you go to any different news outlet, whether that be RTE, Virgin, anything at all, everyone is giving out different numbers, but none of the numbers correlate. So if you're finding it a bit difficult to keep up with the news, or it's kind of scaremongering you a little bit, that's fine. Someone who's studying journalism, and I'm finding it difficult to keep up with everything that's going on. My mom was baffled when I said I don't want to watch the news anymore, and she said this is something that you should be interested in, but I'm finding it very overwhelming. So the news bites that I have are: church bells across Ireland rang out in unison to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The bells were to signify solidarity and prayer, as all social gatherings to celebrate St. Patrick's Day have been cancelled. President Michael D. Higgins has also asked Irish citizens to show concern for our fellow citizens as we battle the COVID-19 outbreak. Also, have you seen his dog lately, Broad? Dote. Lidl and Tesco are two of many supermarkets to introduce elderly shopping hours. This follows the bulk buying hysteria which left shopping shelves bare, leaving nothing for the vulnerable. I can't do SHs today. Shush. Finally, songs to wash your hands to other than happy birthday. So protocol has it that you should wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Do a 20-second verse to ensure that you have properly cleaned your hands. So happy birthday was the main one that we were told to practice with, but other songs just to spice it up a little bit. We've got the choruses on Love on Top by Beyonce, we've got Mr. Brightside by The Killers, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, and Jolene by Dolly Parton, and they're to substitute all of your hand washing needs. And so for the meme of the week, I was spoiled for choice. I had the choice of either Come On Eileen and COVID-19 fitting in together. I did write a little end verse to that because I was bored. There's Come On Eileen. There was the description that, you know, everything that's happened this year sounds like a creative writing story that you would have written in primary school, which I completely agree with. So a man in China ate a bat and then he got sick, and then a lot of other people got sick, but they didn't die, not everyone's dead, and then it spread across the world, and then we all went to the shops and then we got toilet paper, but then all the shops ran out of toilet paper, and then school was cancelled, and then everyone had to stay inside for a month and watch telly. But my favourite one, I keep touching my face, my favourite one is the World Health Organization, also known as WHO. There was a belief that dogs and other pets, cats, could contract the virus, so they were being kept separate and they were in their own little quarantine going on, and then tests were done and it was found that they're not carriers of the disease, so the dogs were released. Long story short, WHO let the dogs out. And now for my poll. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, so the Bella Buzz poll that is always hosted on my Instagram story had a great response. I had over 170 submissions. Thank you very much. And here we go. So how have you been coping with the threat of COVID-19? 57% of you said that you've been coping well, and 43% said that you have not been coping that well. I think I fall into the 43. I'm really upset about not going back to school. This was my final year in school and I loved college. So I took that quite hard, considering I hadn't been in college for 2 weeks prior. I was in hospital, non-coronavirus related, and I'd been healing at home for 2 weeks anyway, and I had cabin fever, and then, you know, suddenly now I have to stay at home for even longer. So I don't think I'm coping that well at all. I've been a bit sad. We'll move on. Do you know anyone suffering from COVID-19? 7% said that they do, and 93% said that they don't. And because I can see the numbers, 12 people said that they do know someone. And that's really hard. And I'm really sorry to hear that. And I hope everyone just gets through this together. Stay indoors, wash your hands. How do you feel about those who publicly socialised this weekend? 16% said that it was fine, and 84% said that it was irresponsible. I think I'm with the 84 with that one. I work in a cinema and I couldn't understand people coming to the cinema to sit in a screen with someone who could have it, and you're stuck in a screen breathing the same air as someone for 2+ hours. Really? Weird. Are you finding social distancing difficult? 66% said yes and 34% said no. I don't think I'm finding it that difficult. I think I'm okay. I'm not really leaving the house. I go out with the dog and my sister. And even at that, I'm giving my sister a hard time about sitting with me on the couch. I think I'm finding it alright. I think I'm okay. How many times by 3 p.m. have you washed your hands? So 31% said less than 5 times and 69% said more than 5 times. And the general demographic of this poll, because it's run on my personal Instagram with peers that are usually my age, is college students. Now there's a few others in there that skew the results. I've got older people and younger people as well. But no college kid is out of bed before 9 o'clock. You might be awake, but are you out of bed before 10? Probably not. So between 10 and 3 you've washed your hands more than 5 times. I don't understand it if you're in work. Imagine being at home. Actually, I washed mine more than 5 times at home, and I didn't get out of bed till 11. Anyway, how do you feel about the panic buying hysteria? 8% said logical and 92% said plain stupid. Plain stupid. But that started just as the Taoiseach had released the statement that they were encouraging social distancing. At the press release for it, there was a journalist who, and I don't have his name, said that he had a tweet that showed the lines outside Lidl wrapped around the shop already, and they had only released that they were going to encourage social distancing. So get a grip. Get a grip. Sorry, I feel like Dr. Phil. I keep on giving my own advice here. Do you think you have enough toilet roll for more than 2 weeks? 78% said yes and 22% said no. Why the toilet roll? Why the toilet roll? Honestly, if you're locked inside for that long, just pretend that you're in Spain and use your bath as a bidet. Or bidet, whatever. A bidet. That baffles me. Get the food. I'm lucky my mum knows how to make bread. But the toilet roll? I actually didn't get that one. Why the toilet roll? I don't understand. Now for your words of encouragement. This was sent in by Aoife. So it says, remember that we are all in the same boat. We are, Aoife, thank you. Retail staff, try to take toilet breaks to relax and keep calm. That was sent in from Lauren. Shane, I'm finally going to learn a new language. Go on you, Shane. I'm probably going to play Sims for 12 hours. And Brendan, I hope you're okay now. And that was a personal one because I was in the hospital for unrelated Rona issue. I have an alien that's not going anywhere now because it's most likely cancelled. And that was the poll. Oh, that's so sad. And for Netflix and chill, I think it's kind of important maybe to stay away from films like Contagion, World War Z, 28 Weeks, Days, Months Later. I can't remember the 2 different titles. I think it's Weeks and Days. You know, things that are disaster movies like that are eerily similar to what's happening right now. I know the world hasn't ended, but it just feels like it. It's the first time anything like this has ever happened. So I'm picking things that lighten the mood and I think would be a lot nicer to watch. I highly recommend On My Block. Season 3 has just dropped on Netflix and it is a drama comedy that follows 4 teens in the LA hood. They balance, you know, dealing with gangs, school and just growing up in general, and it's equal parts funny as it is shocking because obviously some people do live like this, and they jump from talking about such adult themes to then being kids again, and it's brilliant comedy, but it's also very interesting to see. Love is Blind, self-isolation, guys. Love is Blind has never been more applicable in life than to right now. It is the perfect time to go and have your own Love is Blind experience on the internet. Develop a text relationship with someone that you might actually never meet. But the important message here was just make sure that you are actually communicating with someone and you are talking to people, because it's going to be a very, very... we don't know how long this is going to last, so you might as well actually be talking to people. Niamh Schulman from Catfish has actually recommended, probably a joke, I hope it's not, I recommend that you talk to people online and develop online relationships during this time. It's the time to be a humanitarian and to be out and to reach with people. No, don't be out, don't leave the house, but to reach out to people. I think that's very important. RuPaul's Drag Race has just dropped a new season, though we're going to have to wait weekly for everything to come out. There are 3 episodes currently up, so if you're not up to date, you might as well just binge them. That's always a good choice. The Good Place. A Good Place reflects on being a human and what it means to be a good human, what it means to be a bad human, maybe weigh out your life decisions. We've got a lot of thinking to do, so you might as well practice some ethics. Music is also important during this time. Maybe take some screen time away, clean your room, sort through old things that you have. But September by Earth, Wind and Fire, Groove of a song, and Hero by Bonnie Tyler. That's my gym song on the treadmill. That's my running song. It's the only song I can run to. I can't run to anything else. And September is my plank song. That's the only song I can actually keep a plank to. It's the only 2. I think that's why they're my feel-good songs, because I know I can do stuff when they're on. Oh, that was mad inspirational. I don't think I have any more material to share with you, which is really sad. I just want to say thank you for engaging in the polls, for either listening live through DCUfm, or from watching on YouTube like you probably are now. This started to bulk up my portfolio. So for my portfolio in college, I do not have a thesis. This was to show engagement and to practice journalism and to practice broadcasting, and this was what I chose. Bella Buzz has been my baby. I made a poster, and then I made another poster, and I invited friends up. I got to have conversations with friends that I usually wouldn't, and some that I have all the time. I had plans for other good friends to come on and to talk about more things, practice hosting skills a little bit more, and that has been cut short, which is really sad, but for the protection of others, which I'm grateful for. So this is a very strange end, sitting in my bedroom talking to a camera by myself. Am I a vlogger now? But yes, I just want to say thank you. This was something that became my favourite time of the week. And I'm glad you listened. And I'm gonna get upset. Okay, so thank you for listening to the Bella Buzz. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Who knows, I might crack up in a few days and try do another one, and you'll never see the end of me. So we'll see how that goes, but stay safe. Sneeze into your elbow or tissue. Wash your hands. Sleep. Bake. Breathe. Love. Do everything that you need to keep a clear head. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.